You ready to put more money in your pocket with some scrap lumber? Let's make it happen. Hey, remember when I filled up my truck, the back of my truck, with scrap lumber cut-offs from a local sawmill? Well, these two pieces were in it, and we're gonna take them, which are about 12, 13 inches, and we're gonna rip them down to 7. That's what I need. So your first piece that you need, or two pieces that you need, are 12 by 7. So let's jump over to the table saw. I want to rip them down to 7 inches on the table saw. I've got it set up for 7 inches, so let's get to ripping. Figured out what I'm building. Since we're adding to the bottle cap bench seat, what do you think I'm building this week? So now I'm going to show you the next step, but that's our first two cuts, 12 by 7. All right, I'm going to bring you down here with me, and what I'm going to show you is the marks you need to make before we make our next cut. What I want to do is mark up 4 inches from the bottom. Let's put a B at the bottom so we know it's our bottom. We're going to mark up 4 inches on both sides. All right, you see that? 4 inches, 4 inches. Now what I want to do is put a T at the top so we don't forget, and we want to mark the center. All right, the center of 7 inches is what? 3.5 inches. Y'all got that right? My camera's all out of level. Get it level, Nick Soto. Come on, baby. All right, we're going to mark 3 inches, 3.5 inches to the center. Now I've got a 3.5 inch center mark. I want to go 1.5 inches each way from that center mark. So I'm going to put it at 3.5 like that, and I'm going to go back 2 inches. Now 3.5, that's 1/2 inch is 4. 1 more inch is 5. That gives you 2 inches off one end and 2 inches off the other. So 2 inches from each side. Now what I want to do is take my speed square, because I need to go side to side. So I've made me a line all the way across because I need the edge point to make my next cut, which is going to be pretty close to, I think, 15 degrees, but we shall see. So what we're going to do is go to that top mark and our outside mark like that, and we're going to draw a line. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, from that 2 inch mark at the top to our outside line. So now what I've got is basically some type of, maybe a triangle if it was taller, but we're going to cut these out. That's a 15-degree cut, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to put it on the miter saw table. I'm going to turn on that dust extractor, that Hercules dust extractor. I've got a video. I'll drop the link down here. That's a great little tool to have in your shop. So now we're going to use this piece and mark a template. What you come out with is 2 of the same pieces. Now what I want to do is run over to the sander, and we're going to put a little rounded edge on the top, just a slight rounded edge. Now what we're gonna do is take this board that's already 7 inches wide, 7 inches wide. If it wasn't 7 inches wide, you'd need to rip it down to 7 inches wide. But we're gonna make it 7 by 9 1/4. That's your next cut. All right, so what I've done is measured 1.5 inches since I've got 3 inches here. I've measured 1.5 inches to get my center, and I've come down 1.5 inches, center to 1.5 inches. And now we're going to jump to the drill press. We're over at the drill press, Bauer drill press. By the way, if you want to know more about this drill press, I got a link in the description. I did a review and an unboxing on it. I'm going to show you how I set up to drill this hole, half a hole. Is there such thing as a half a hole? I don't think so, but you know what I'm saying. Now that's what you're going to end up with. You don't want to go all the way through, just something to set a dowel in. Now what I want to do is take a scrap piece of dowel that I've got, and we're going to cut it to about 11 to 11 1/4 inches, depending on what you've drilled your holes into your side pieces. You see it back there? You figured it out yet? No, it's not just a basket or a carrying case. Well, it could be, but not quite. But you're going to need to measure between those two holes, depending on how deep you've drilled them, to see how long you need your piece of dowel. What you're going to need now is a brad nailer or some finish screws, and I'll put a link in the description of both. But you're going to need some Titebond 3, because it could be outside, or an equivalent glue, and a brad nailer. So let's get to putting that on. All right, next step. You see the hole your Foster bit or your flathead bit made? What we want to do is drill all the way through with about a 1/4 inch bit, maybe a little less, 3/16 bit, all the way through. Let's do that. I want to put some Titebond 3 here and here on each end, and then brad nail it. Key point here is you're going to have to be creative and put your dowel in at the same time you're brad nailing, or in the same step. Figured it out yet? Now we're going to put 2 screws in the top, and that's going to hold the top together. What I want to do is measure from here, from outside to outside. Which is 12 1/8 inches for me, but double check your measurements. Show you what we're going to do next. I think you got it figured out, but the end is going to be a game changer. It's going to change everything about the way you use this. Hey, quick tip. Depending on how wide your slats are, you'll only need 4 or 6 depending on it. The way I've got mine, I'm only going to need 4, so that's 2 on each side. So what you're going to do is put a little glue on them, especially at the bottom. You want to glue 3 sides and then brad nail it to your frame. So let's get rolling. This is almost the final step, so what I'm going to show you here at the end is a game changer, because this way you can use it for 2 different things. But what I did was put my 4 slats on. All right, a little bit of old school. Now what we're going to do is put the inside in to hold an item. All right, now you're gonna need your tape measure again, because what we're gonna do is measure inside and inside, left to right, front to back, either way you wanna put it, inside to inside, so we've got both dimensions. Mine is 10 3/8 by 7, and that's what it should be. 10 3/8 by 7. So now I want to cut 2 boards, whatever height this is, to your top slat. Mine is 3 3/16, so I've got a couple of 1x4 scraps over there that I'll rip down to 3 3/16, and I'll be right back. What you want to do next is you want to find the center of your left to right piece and front to back 2 pieces. You'll need 1 left to right and 2 side to side. So you want to find the center and mark you a line. If you can see, what we're doing is cutting notches. So that's my center line, because we want to take out half, and then you're going to have to lay out your grid, because they're going to sit like this. So you want equal spaces. You're going to have 2, 4, 6. You get it? It's a 6-pack holder. Here we go. So you want equal spaces. And I actually think I made this just a little bit bigger because I wanted it to hold bigger water bottles. So if you go 9 1/4, it's like 2 and some odd inches. If you go 10, like I did, 10 1/2, it's like 3 inches for each one, just like 3 1/8. But you got to take into account your thickness of your wood. We've got that marked, which is half of the distance of our board and the center of our board. These are on your front to back pieces. Your left to right piece, you'll need 2 of these notches, but basically what we're doing is creating a where you can go up between it. Back from the bandsaw, and we've created a notch. End up with that. That's going to sit down in your box so you can put your beverages, let's say that, inside of there. But the reason I did it this way is so you could remove it and use the whole caddy for something else. I wanted to show you one more thing. 1 hour, scrap lumber, 2 boxes, totally different styles. I like the one with the 3 slats on it, but you have to make your slats a little bit narrow, so you can get 3 on there. But I also made this one a little bit shorter, so it's going to hold your beverage a little bit tighter. This one, like I said, will hold your water bottles and a little bit larger objects. So that's why I made 2. Now, you can sell these anywhere from $55 to $65 a piece. So if I split the difference and said $60 for each one of them, that's $120 in 1 hour out of scrap lumber. Now, if you didn't want to build the bottle cap bench seat that I showed you last week, by the way, I'll put a link in the description for that too. You can put a bottle cap opener on the end. You can do the same thing here. But there you go. Let's go get some Coca-Cola. You know what? I never leave a video without saying, don't forget, Jesus loves you.